Hey guys, let's talk about Bitcoin and why you should stop telling people about Bitcoin. Like just stop bugging them. Yeah, let's talk about that. So who am I? I'm the CEO of Orukka. Orukka is a smart payment ring you can tap to pay wherever you are. Okay, just no need for wallets, phones anymore or cash. You can just walk around with it. So right now I'm walking around with my bank, walking around with my wallet, and then I don't need my screen. So I try and reduce screens as much as possible. If you want to go for a run, again, these are waterproof. So you could go for a run, go for swimming days as well if you wanted to. Again, your phone is waterproof, but I doubt is this waterproof as much as this. So join us, Orukka.com. But you notice what I did there, right? Again, I talked about the ring, but I didn't sell it. Like I didn't go on and on and on about it, right? And that's the same to my customers. So my customers find me. Okay. My customers, I remember talking to someone once. Again, if you've read this video, if you're watching this video, it's already in you. Okay. So what will happen is the next time your phone gets stolen, you're going to think about this and go, okay, I've heard about this. I'm going to buy the ring. The same thing as well, if your battery dies while you're stuck on transport, again, you're stuck there, you turn around and go, oh, wait, that ring, I'm going to buy it. And that's what's been happening. So people argue and go, oh my God, why are you not selling more? We've sold out already, by the way. We keep selling out. That's how quickly we are. Again, and we're still small. We're trying to grow. What's important, which people don't realize, is if people need something, they'll get it. But you're better off. People need to see that they need it. Okay, which is what's missing with Bitcoin. Okay, this ring, I kid you, like I've said to you, I don't market it. I don't talk about it other than on videos like this. When I go out to events, okay, and I just pay for stuff, people look at it and they're shocked. They're like, "Did you just pay with your wedding ring? Oh, this is a business ring." So again, a lot of people, yourselves, you see POS terminals. Those huge boxes have been around since the 20s, right? POS terminal, cash registers, they've been around forever. They haven't changed. This is a POS terminal, right? So when my customers go in and they tap and they pay, they're shocked. People are shocked, okay? But here's the point. With time, when your POS terminal dies the first time, second time, or you go in and you see that you're being charged 5%, as a business user, you say, okay, I need to buy a ring. So that's how business users come to us. The same thing as well on this. When your phone is stolen, you remember and go, okay, next time I'm going to order a ring because instead of taking out my phone in public, I can use a ring. Or when you go for a run and you're carrying your bag around, after about 5K, you look back and go, I don't need this bag. I wish I had a ring because I could just tap to buy my water, get on train and get back home. That's the same thing with Bitcoin, guys. If you keep telling people about Bitcoin and showing them your charts for money, people don't care. Like people think that because you make money, everyone should be interested in getting money as well, which is actually against what is reality. Like if someone sees that they've made money, and I've seen a lot of people, they go in and go, oh, I remember when Bitcoin was $1,000. Oh goodness, I wish I had bought 1,000 back then when it was at 1,000. I remember when Bitcoin was next to nothing. I remember when developers in banking, though I was in NatWest in the UK then, and developers were working in with their laptops mining Bitcoins. That's how easy Bitcoin was. And people were looking around. I looked at them and went, people make jokes about this. Bitcoin was trading at $1. There's a guy called, I think it's called Lazio, right? Who came out and bought 10,000 Bitcoins. 10,000 Bitcoins with just for one pizza for 10,000 Bitcoins. And people are crazy about it now. But here's the point. The more you tell people, the more, I'm not going to say you look weird because you look like you sound like an evangelist, right? In the middle of nowhere that's telling everyone the world is going to come to an end, right? People know the world is going to come to an end, right? But you shouting, it doesn't make you any better. It just actually doesn't make them want to change. If anything, it makes them more stubborn. So that's what I've noticed, which I think people that talk about Bitcoin need to stop talking about Bitcoin. Okay, because it's not worth it. And at this stage, people know, anyone who knows about Bitcoin knows about Bitcoin. Okay, and that's the same thing. You don't want to have to be the weirdo, every time at Thanksgiving, just going on and on and on about Bitcoin. And there's Bitcoins groups now that people can go in and search. There's Bitcoins everywhere. I mean, I just talked about my rings. Our rings actually allows Bitcoin as well. Our rings allow crypto, right? There's Binance, there's crypto, there's Coinbase. There's a lot of apps out there at the moment. So anyone you think you're telling about Bitcoin already knows about Bitcoin. So there is no point other than just looking crazy. And if they want to know about Bitcoin, they can just search about Bitcoin. Okay, and that's important. But the other point which people don't realize is when you try and tell people about Bitcoin, you're having to explain everything from scratch. You have to explain exactly what money is. You have to explain what currency is. You have to explain why that piece of paper that they're holding, that they've known all their lives for 20-something years of their life, is worth nothing, that it could disappear. Okay. Again, I've worked in banking all my life, and you'd be surprised how I have to explain people the value of inflation. So you need to talk about inflation. People don't realize that I've just sat here now. If I had $1,000, and my $1,000 has just lost money. Like I've become devalued. If you're watching this video, the value has just gone down if you only have US dollars. The value has gone down if you only have fiat currency, because the value of money goes down. That's why people invest and invest and invest. You're investing so that you get some sort of return over money that you earned that's been taxed, so that's gone lower, and now you have inflation that's gone taken even lower. And people don't realize that. It's something you need to train and teach people about. And then what you're now doing is you're now being the evangelist that's going in and then changing how people think about money. You're now changing the concept of currency to be, oh wait, you don't need that piece of paper. You can go in and just use a tech. You can just go in and use this bunch of codes and pass to each other. People don't realize that, right? I mean, again, I'm going to talk about banking. So I work in banking, and I can tell you, I remember the first day I showed up into the back office, right? So I've been working in front office. Front office is basically where you talk to customers. So I talk to customers. I used to talk to customers, trading a lot. So you talk about trading, sales. I did that a lot, relationship management. You're all in the front office. But I remember when things went down, the first financial crisis, I think it was 2008, and I had to go into the back office and try with the reconciliation. I was shocked to see there's just numbers there. The amount of numbers, because I know we did numbers in front office. I know you talk about P&L on your books. I know you talk about, okay, how that goes all the way to backstream. But I was shocked to see that an account number is just a number that just goes, okay, from here to here. And it was so bad that we had a rounding error. So I personally had a rounding error. I'm not going to mention the bank, but my rounding error was 100,000. So if there's a mistake up to 100,000, I can sign it off. Like, it was just like that. There you go. You want mistake, rounding error. Okay, I could sign it off in dollars. That was dollar terms. And that was me 2008, before even becoming, I think I might have been a VP then. So at VP level, you get up to 100,000 to round up. Again, anyone who worked in banking would know this. You can comment or catch me if you think I'm lying. But that was it. So my point is just the fact that money, as we know it, is just pure electronics. Like, it's just pure, like it's money, it's electronic, it's just a number and a block that someone who wants to, anyone who wants to save money, anyone who wants to borrow money, they come together. The bank is the middleman. And the bank all they do is just put a recording entry in the bank. That's all you're doing. It's a recording entry. And now you've taken that recording entry from here to blockchain. It's not a big deal. It's not crazy. That's why every banker that knows what you're doing understands that blockchain or Bitcoin is the future, because you're just taking it from a third party where we're manually right now, right? Like, I can't kid you now, right now in banking, you'll be surprised how much manual process are being done. It's extremely manual. The amount of errors that goes through is ridiculous. Now you're taking it from us where we only work 9 to 5 and we'll take weekends off, right? You're taking it to a blockchain where everybody can see the transactions and it's 24/7. But think about that for a minute. So it's the jump in terms of knowledge is crazy. In terms of our perception of reality is crazy. So that if you sit there at a dining table with people having drinks and you want to explain that to people, you've got another thing coming. Like, your mountain of knowledge of what you're trying to explain is ridiculous. Okay. So again, I don't want this video to ramble on too long. I just want to say, I just gave you a few reasons, and I can go on all day on why it's not worth telling people about Bitcoin. Why you've lost the battle if you're having to explain what Bitcoin is. It should be the other way around. That's my advice. So people should come to you and go, hey, I know you trade, just say, hey, I do Bitcoin. Done. Oh, I hold Bitcoin. Hey, I save in Bitcoin, by the way. That's all you're doing. When they say stacking Bitcoin, you're just saving in Bitcoin as opposed to the dollar. You could save dollars or you could save Bitcoin. You're saving Bitcoin. I don't buy the hodling or holding till. You're not holding till anything, because eventually the fiat system is going to fall. When it falls, then you have your Bitcoin, then you spend your Bitcoin. So all you're doing is just saving. Instead of saving in dollars, because dollars is just inflationary, you're saving in Bitcoin. The same thing, it's just a currency. And one is electronic, blockchain, looks like it's going to be the future. The other is becoming more and more worthless the more governments print. That's all you're doing. And then my question now becomes, okay, what do you do? So you should say exactly what it is, which is, hey, this is what I do. And then that's it. And those people are going to find out about it, and they're going to need help. They're going to need instructions, or they're going to need guidance. And when they do, they reach out to you. And then that's a different conversation to have, because then you can sit down and explain exactly what you do, exactly why Bitcoin is important. Okay. So, and then that's it. The same thing with me, right? So when I go, people don't understand. They're like, okay, ring. Like, wait, what? So this is a payment? I'm like, yeah, this is your bank. I'm like, okay, what if someone steals it? Yeah. So I had to start, and I started explaining why this is more secure than a phone or a wallet, right? And I was tired until I stopped. I was like, wait, what? So my sales guys still do it, by the way. But for me, I just stopped talking about it. People come to me and go, did you just pay with your ring? And that person came to me and said, hey, wow, so if someone steals this, I can block it. I'm like, yes. So the person there was asking me the questions. Okay, if someone robs me, I'm like, yes, but they would have robbed your phone first. So if you think you're worried about armed robbers, worry about your phone, worry about your wallet. It's so about the ring, this ring especially. Like anyone's going to rob you would not even look at this ring twice. They'll definitely look at your wallet. They'll be like, hey, can I have your wallet? Can I have your phone? They snatch that and run away before they look at a ring that's black or this is a wooden, by the way, and this is a payment one as well. So they look at that and go, okay, nope, they're gone. So if you're worried about that, worry about that first, right? And the same thing as well. So same thing, just let them worry about it, let them see the inflationary issue, and then they come to you. Okay, and there's a lot of apps out there. I've said to you, nowadays, those days it was so hard to get a Bitcoin wallet. Now you've got like Bitcoin Village X. Check that out. That's only Bitcoin. There's Strike. Strike allows you to take payment in and out. POFX, again, Jacobo Mailer is very, very good there. There's Binance, there's Coinbase. Again, these are all exchanges. If you're worried about, the Bitcoin market, you can go in there. These are regulated exchanges where you can buy and sell Bitcoin as well, right? So the idea, if you ask me again, I'm going to repeat, is just stop forcing yourself on people, relax, focus on yourself, and then be prepared because people are going to come to you. It's the future, And I work in banking, I still do work in banking. Because our rings work with banks, so we have 650 banks. So we're working with more banks actually in this case. But we know as well, we bankers know that the future is Bitcoin. Yeah, you already look around and you're going to see all the central banks are buying Bitcoins. You see BlackRock is buying Bitcoin. The US government is buying Bitcoin. European banks are buying Bitcoin. And unfortunately for people who hold Bitcoin, the value is going down. The value is going down for a reason. No bank, BlackRock is not going to buy a Bitcoin on the high. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to short it. That means they're going to try and sell it. They're going to say something negative about it so it goes down. Then they can buy. That's something to watch out for. Again, I'm not giving financial advice here, but all I'm saying is that you should watch out for things like that. When there's movement back and forth across the market, just know that there's a reason behind it, and you should hold it for longer, especially if you're stacking it. If you're stacking, if you're buying, if you're selling, or you're saving, and then you shouldn't be worried about the small movement. Use it because there's a future. So that's it. I'm going to stop for now. Thanks for jumping on the call. Thanks for jumping on the video. Subscribe if you haven't. And more importantly, join our movement. Get off your phones, get off your wallets. Don't rely on cards. Be free. Take care, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.